Hello, everybody. It is Sunday, February 14th, almost 1 p.m. here, and we're taking a look at EWT, Energy Web Token, and we're seeing a massive movement today here on the daily chart. We're seeing that we actually went up almost 43% from 11.7 all the way up to 16.8 here, and we're seeing a bit of retracement right now, which is granted, but we're gonna zoom in here and try to see what's going on in general in terms of the price action. These coins move so fast that it's almost impossible for you to actually either trade, swing trade, or see what's going on the daily chart, right? So just something to keep in mind here. We're seeing that retracement happen right now, and that's clearly because this ascending triangle, we're stuck in here for a while, since maybe 6 days ago, since February 9th. And I'll zoom in here later on just to show you exactly where those where the support versus the ceiling of the triangle was. But we're seeing that, as soon as we had that massive run up, and then we started getting stuck in that triangle. So price was actually moving upwards. We're seeing a lot of wicks where it was having a lot of resistance in the zone between the 11.8 and the 12.8. But even within that, while we're going up, so it's showing us that the pressure was more in favor of the buyers, although the volume was decreasing, right? So, and even usually at a breakout like this, where you're having buyers becoming more aggressive, and we're reaching a ceiling and we're getting squeezed, then this is what I call the quiet zone, right? Where it's everybody's trying to see, are the buyers gonna make a move, or are the sellers making a move? Is this rate where the buyers are actually pushing more and more? Are we gonna break above this resistance that we've been trying to jab at? So that's why you have a lower volume, indicating that it's basically the quiet before the storm, right? So we're seeing that right now. We're definitely overextended here, but I don't think that matters right now on the daily. I think if we look at the 4-hour, we just have a better idea of what's going on. So this is the ascending triangle we've been stuck in, right? We're seeing that buyers came in, we found that ceiling in the 12.9, came back down, found a higher low than this guy over here, from the 8.5, and then our new low was the 10.5. Then we go up again, hit that ceiling, go back down, and now when we got here, we saw, look, where it's even you can't even catch that on the 4-hour because it's just so impulsive, right? So we're seeing that on the 4-hour, the clear ascending triangle. Buyers are definitely more aggressive. They're coming in at more aggressive rates. Volume is increasing prior to the breakout, right? So we're seeing here, this over here, we're seeing that as soon as we're getting to the breakout, it is actually very quiet, but it's still volume is more towards the buyers, right? And that's what's kind of forecast for you, that you're going to have a breakout and some sort of a pump coming up soon. So that's what we're seeing. Volume at actual on the 4 hours, seeing that the momentum towards the buying side, the pressure was we just had a crossover, and we've been pushing upwards, right? So it's just showing you, so it's just forecasting that there's some sort of a pump, as they call it, coming, right? Something looming right now. So on the 1 hour here, same thing. We're seeing, obviously we broke above right here, came back to retest, pushed up, and closed above, and we saw this clear rejection from the 16.8 all the way down to the 15.5, which is like a 7% decrease, right? So right now, obviously, the volume is going down. So we're seeing less and less interest in the current trade. And when we see, we see a movement upwards or downwards, and then obviously the volume would start to go up higher as how fast that uptrend or downtrend is. But once we start seeing some sort of the volume is actually going down, it's just telling you that there's less and less interest in the current momentum, right? So for now, it's an uptrend. We're seeing that there's as soon as we got here, with this amount of volume over here. So this is how we think about it, right? You have this volume over here that drove you between the open and the close, pretty clear, with no wicks and no rejection, right? Then the next one over here, having more and more volume, almost 40% more, 35% more, but you see that almost half of that candle is actually rejected, meaning that more sellers came in this bar over here. The buyers are actually trying to come in. So right now we're flattening out in terms of our momentum. Same thing on the 1 hour, but honestly, I would have to zoom in all the way to 5 minute here to see, because this is moving pretty fast here for us to see on the higher time frames. So this is what we're seeing. We're seeing that we're obviously, we had a pump up, rejected. We're going sideways right now, still trying to find that support. sorry, not find, we found that support at the 21 EMA and the I would say the 12 EMA here. And this is a very nice candle here on the 5 minute, just showing us that, you know, they tried to drive us all the way back down to the 15.26, but the buyers came in, not only just closed where the open was at the 15.4 now, but actually pushed past it. And that's a nice hammer candle that you'd like to see at a level here where you pumped up, went sideways, and trying to see if the buyers are actually trying to come in or no. And it looks like, you know, we are actually trying to push forward here. So we're finding the support at the EMAs, and we're also trying, I would say for the most part, I will need to see the price action literally close above the 15.8 here. We need to see it close above the 16, I would say, just to be a bit more safe. We need to see us going up to the 16 and close above it, because we haven't. We're seeing a lot of wicks to the bottom, a lot of selling pressure. The buyers are still strong, but you're seeing this is probably going to get bought up right now. But we're seeing that, you know, we need to go above these are the conditions, basically, I'm trying to say. Between here, this is, I think, what the zone should look like. If we need to see continued uptrend towards the upside here and break above, we need to see it actually close above the 16 and hold that for a bit on smaller time frames. We need to see that. We need to see it go above and close above. And then we need to reassess on lower time frames to see if this is actually going to go up or no. Right now, we're definitely seeing that retracement, and I think the bottom zone here is the 15.1. That if we get to that, which is we can easily get to that, obviously, literally almost what here at let's just go back and see. Yeah, this is literally 45 minutes ago we were actually there. So I don't see why, because it's extremely volatile here, guys. I think we can easily go back to the 15, right? So I'm not giving a clear zone, but it's more like, you know, it's a whole dollar in between here. But because of the volatility, you have to respect the volatility. So for me, at least, I will need to see if we're actually going to retrace back down and remain bullish. I will need to see it actually go to the $15 and hold it. I want to see something like this over here, where I see this basically, this kind of candle over here, a hammer candle, where it's pretty clear that, you know, the buyers tried to push us all the way down. The sellers actually tried to push all the way back down here. Then the buyers came back in, and then not only just closed that gap, but also pushed a bit above it, and that just forecast more favored buying pressure, right? So that's, I don't mind if it goes all the way to the $15, and I would still remain bullish on it. If it breaks below it, then that's a different case. But if we actually, right now, we're obviously more towards the upper side of this range over here, and we will need to see it definitely go above the $16 and try to close above it and remain above it for a bit for us to assume that we're actually going to push up. And even right now, even to be honest, just to be a bit more aggressive on it, but I would say even somewhere here right now at the 15.8, where we need to see it go above, hover on it for a bit, close above it on the 5 minute, and then I think the next move would be the $16, which if we close here, between here, we're definitely going to push up. So that's what I think is going to happen. Respect the volatility behind this. It's extremely volatile. You can't even see anything here on the 1 hour, right? You can't trade this on the 1 hour. You will never catch it. So something to keep in mind here. Let me know what you think. We're seeing those swicks, so watch out. You know, don't just jump into anything. Keep an eye out on it, and yeah, let me know if I missed anything. If there's anything that I missed, make sure you put it in the comment section so we can discuss it. And if you like this, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, check out our Patreon link if you'd like to support us and continue to grow this channel. Thank you for watching.